Welcome back, everyone. Big news this morning in the presidential race. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz won the Veep stakes. Kamala Harris choosing him to be her running mate against Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. And they're wasting no time. Take a look right now. This is a live look at Philadelphia, where Harris and Walz are scheduled to speak at any moment, actually. We thought it would be right around 5:30, clearly a little bit late. They're going to be speaking here at a rally on the campus of Temple University. About 10,000 people expected there. And the Harris campaign got some good news here in New York today. This morning's newly released Siena College poll showed Harris with a 14-point advantage over Trump here in New York. You'll remember that last poll when Biden was at the top of the ticket. The Democrat only had an 8-point advantage. Bob McCarthy is our 7 News political analyst. He joins me live. Bob, good to see you.
Yes, sir, Michael.
Let's start with Tim Walz. What should we know about him? What do you make of the pick?
I think the word I've heard mostly today is safe. And you know, there's an old cliche in a presidential campaign, Michael, that the vice presidential candidate should first do no harm.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what we're thinking here. You know, there were some other candidates that maybe had some problems, maybe had a little bit of baggage or whatever that may have shied Vice President Harris away from them. But I think this governor of Minnesota, although hardly known anywhere, is probably going to be okay for her and not cause any particular controversy, while at the same time being able to be a pretty good attack dog for her, too.
You've always said attack dog is one of the key roles in all that. Just a moment ago, we were showing the live picture. We believe we're going to hear from Kamala Harris and Walz in just a moment. Earlier, Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, was speaking at that rally. Again, it's in Philadelphia. He, I think, was the front runner. A lot of us, myself included, thought he was going to be her choice. Pennsylvania, we have viewers in Pennsylvania. Why not Josh Shapiro, do you think?
You know, I think back to the 1996 campaign when Bob Dole chose Buffalo's Jack Kemp. And everybody in New York State, reporters, including me, were writing stories, is New York in play? Of course it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, as it turned out, Dole Kemp got creamed in New York State and even in Erie County in Jack's home turf. So I think that was the real main consideration about Josh Shapiro, but there was just so many problems, I think, with his pro-Israel championing stance, that he was not only just a supporter but a champion of Israel. Maybe that causes problems in a place like Michigan, where there's so many Mideastern voters that have already registered their dissatisfaction with President Biden's stance in the Mideast. So I think that it comes down again to that word safe, that Tim Walz is much safer than Josh Shapiro, even though, you know, somebody may look back and say this is a mistake, but I have a feeling they just said, we'll go out and win Pennsylvania on our own. And
Shapiro will obviously be doing everything he can to help them with that. I only have about 30 seconds left, but I mentioned that Siena College poll. Harris with a 14-point lead. Biden only had an 8-point lead. Lots of Republicans were saying this New York is gettable. What does this poll tell us?
New York is not gettable. Yeah. And you and I have talked about the Siena poll and talked about the fact that there should have been some concern in Biden world because of that 8% bulge that he had over Trump at the time. But I think this Harris campaign is now energizing Democrats. It's bringing them back to where everyone thought they should be. And I think everyone knows that this is where New York should be, too.
Bob McCarthy, 7 News political analyst. Bob, great to see you. Thanks so much. Michael.